Welcome back to TechniqueWOD. Today I want to talk about where to stand if you're coaching somebody else during weightlifting movements, or also where to place the camera if you want to record yourself. That way you can get the best angle and the best view on your lift, so you get the most feedback. So generally we're going to coach or record ourselves at 90-degree angles. So what that means is that we're either going to be head on like I am exactly right now. That way if I have my knees dive in, it's really easy to see. If I go to pull and I bend my elbows, it's really easy to see. There's a few things head on like that that are very easy to see from straight in front of the lifter. Likewise, straight from the side is the other best angle in my opinion. That makes it very easy to see things like heels coming off the ground, if my butt's coming up too quick, or if I'm maintaining a very upright back angle like I'm supposed to. It lets me know if I'm round, lets me know if I'm hopping forward or if I'm hopping backward during the movement. And you can also see very accurately the bar path. For the most part, if I have a vertical reference line like this, if I have a vertical reference line in the bar set up right on the side of it, I want the bar to come back toward me almost the entire time. So as I stand, I'm rocking towards my heels. I'm at the top of the first pole here, and you can see the bar has traveled into me, and I never want to go forward around my knees. Okay? So that's on the first pole. The bar comes back toward me, and then the second pole, if I do things correctly, I should hop backwards just a little bit, or at a minimum I should hop and land in the same spot. So if you can see me here, the wood is in front of my feet, I'm standing on the rubber. At a minimum I should kind of hop and land in the same spot, but ideally I would be heel heavy enough at the top of my first pull to where I jump, I hop backwards just a little bit. Okay? I'd say any more than half a foot length is excessive, but an inch or two up to a half a foot length is probably ideal. What you don't want to do is have your butt pop up, be toe heavy, and then you have to chase the weight and try to jump yourself under it with big weight. You're bound to fall forward and miss the weight in front of you. So here's a couple examples. So for the clean, have my butt down, I'm going to rock towards my heels, and then when I catch, I pop back quite a bit. Okay, again, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. See if I can make that a little bit more of a normal lift like it would be if it was heavier. So again, butt down, I rock towards my heels, and then I hop back just a little bit. Okay, so what tends to happen is, again, if you get out of position on your first pull, usually it's going to pull you forward. So if I do any number of the common errors, a little bit. If I do any number of the common errors where I go to pull and my butt comes up too fast, it's going to pull me forward. Okay? Or if I'm just simply not rocking towards my heels and I'm just standing, see if I can do this. If my shoulders are behind the bar and I'm just standing straight up, it's going to come forward a little bit. It's not being pulled into me here. So I always want to rock with my shoulders back, my butt down, or rock towards my heels where the weight's coming into me. Now I have a vertical shin, and so I can jump and shrug and catch it on my shoulders. Okay, so this is something you can play with. Some people like to go like this. They'll put themselves in a rack. This actually is not the best setup for this because these, or maybe it's even a better setup for it, depending on how you look at it, because these are kind of in the way. But what they'll do is they'll put something right in front of the bar. Oftentimes we'll just put it right up against the rogue rig. And then you can do your pulls. You can do your pulls and you can see if the weight comes into you. And if the weight's clanging all the time, you know that you're going too far forward. You can have a little buffer, maybe a half an inch or an inch, but for the most part, whether you're cleaning or actually here, whether you're snatching, the weight should come into you before you do your double knee bend and you jump. Even on your second pull, let me do this slow-mo. Even on your second pull, if you're jumping back, chances are you're going to catch the weight behind that vertical reference line. So if I'm here, I rock towards my heels, and I go to jump, I'm still probably going to land behind the line. Okay? Oftentimes in class what we do is we take the PVCs, we'll have one person snatching, we'll have another person either put the bar right next to it so they can just get an idea of where they're landing, or occasionally we'll have to put the bar right in front of it as well. Okay? And they can just stand off the side like this, and if the person's bar gets in the way, say they're facing this way like I was, they can just stand right here, and then if anything happens they can kind of just step off the side and the stick will fall on the ground, but no one's ever gotten hurt, no big deal. The other thing that we tend to do is we line people up, again, on a line, so I can see where my feet are starting, then I can see when I jump if I hop forward or if I hop backwards just a little bit. So those are some ideas to give you feedback on your lifts. If you have some type of cool program like Dartfish, then you can insert, a digital vertical reference line just like that, and then you can, digitize the end of the bar path so you can see the line off the very tip of the bar coming into you, and then coming forward a little bit, and then catching right on your shoulders. Maybe I'll tag a video that shows an example of that. So all kinds of good ideas there. Hope you enjoyed it. See you tomorrow.